my dear Capricorn. This is a love reading, a prediction for the month of July with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. As an extended member to the channel, you will get these readings ahead of time and with no ads. And there's a 4-element pick a card reading up. What childhood injustice is still unhealed in me? For the full members to this channel. And the reading, my greatest opportunity to enjoy life in an unexpected way, are available for all the members to the channel. Subscribe and then check out the many perks through the join button that will appear, or follow the link in the description box to learn more about membership. And I can recommend that you rewatch the previous love reading for June to get a context, and this is the prediction for July. I will start reading your cards, and I use the Oceanic Tarot with Jane Wallace. When I open your deck here, I see Page of Wands together with 5 of Cups. So it's something that we want dearly, but we feel like we won't get what it is that we are dreaming of. We are very inspired to get it, but it seems impossible, or it seems like we are the only one that wants this, and we need other people on board as well. Okay. I call the Divine with Love and Light. And here you have the King of Wands with the Page of Wands. Practicality, creativity. So it can be, for example, let's say that you're dreaming of moving to the countryside and having sheep and rabbits. And your spouse is thinking it's more practical to live close to our work in the city. And our life will be so much simpler, and it's ludicrous to want to move far away from our work. Okay, so that's just an example, but it's this that we are inspired by something but the inspiration isn't really kicking in with the people around us that need to support us in our dream or our creative expression. So the back turned towards each other shows that you are not on the same page. So I called for archangels in the four corners of the world. And we have a 6 of Cups with the King of Wands. Reflection, practicality. Maybe this person will come around. Maybe they will think differently moving forward. So 6 elements. 9 of Cups, a wish. King of Wands. Practicality. They realize that you want this, and they would want to make you happy with this, so they will ponder about it. They will think about it, maybe not. Can they inspire themselves when they realize that you are so inspired? And they're searching inside themselves. Can I also be inspired by this? Could this be something that would be fun for me as well? How can we meet each other in this? Even if I don't feel inspired, I want the other person to be happy. Okay, so tuning in here for a few seconds to you, the person most on your mind and your relationship in July. The new bottom of the deck, and it's the Moon, illusion. So it's this with not knowing the path ahead of us. If we don't feel inspired to go in a certain direction and another person feels very inspired to go there, we can feel dragged into the unknown. We feel almost like we are dragged towards something that's not even our destiny. So we can feel scared and also out like on a very like on a branch of a tree very far out, and any time now it will crack. So the person isn't certain that what you want is the best way forward for them. It doesn't have to be a house on the country. It can be taking the next step in the relationship, for example, engaging or marriage, or it can be that in a family situation, for example, one person is like in the family branch is saying that they are pregnant, and we are trying to be happy about it, but in reality we are worried because of certain circumstances. So it can be so many different things. All bottom of the deck is the Page of Swords, Gossip. This, I think, is the mind of the person that's worried, because they have a very vivid imagination, and they can see very far into the future, different scenarios. They can see, but that would be the problem, that would be the problem. They are not like the typical creative person that just sees, this will be fun, and, jump into the boat and sail down the river. This person will know that there's a waterfall there, and, we won't be able to get supplies for several days, and when we finally come into the ocean, the wind will drift in this direction, it might take us out of course. So they are more like a person that thinks and sees details that other people might miss. So this might make them wake up like in a sweat during the night, and like really anxious, and feeling their heart racing, and not being able to go back to sleep because of these things. And for you, maybe it's more like, we just take this leap of faith, it will be fun. It's like this this saying that you can use for so many different situations. It would be fun, they said. I'm thinking about a cat picture where a cat is being dragged by a child. It's being held like under its forearms, and then cats get really long, and it says get adopted, they said. It would be fun, they said. So it's the cat thinking back to before they got adopted by this family that had this child. And this is the Page of Swords. It's like don't want to make mistakes, okay? It's beneath them to make a mistake. So therefore the cat is a great symbol here. So this is what's on your mind, with the person most on your mind. This is the situation with said person. This is what's on their mind with you. Your feelings, the bond between you two, their feelings, your behaviors and attitudes, the outcome for July, and their behaviors and attitudes. So we start with the situation here. And it's the Ace of Swords, victory. So for this Page of Swords person, it's super important to have success. They don't want to go just on an adventure. They want to know that it will be a successful adventure. In other case, they probably don't want to go on that particular adventure. Okay. And this is what's on your mind. And we have the Nine of Swords, anxiety. So maybe it's you that lying with this cold sweat at night because of the things that you're being dragged into. The 9 is also connected to the 18 moon. 1 + 8, 9. And we see this is what's on their mind. Hanged Man, limbo. Maybe both of you are scared. Maybe you are scared because the person doesn't want to tag along or seem uninterested. They are scared because they feel like it would be very, very complicated situation to do what you want them to do. But it can be in the reversed. So if you more recognize yourself as the person hanging in limbo and, being worried about what you're being dragged into, you might be on this side of the reading. 5 of Pentacles, abandonment. So we are both scared. One person is scared that the other person isn't that invested in them and won't go to Fire and Ice with them. And the other person is scared that if they don't go to Fire and Ice, they will be abandoned. If they don't do the thing that they don't want to do or are fearful of doing, they might be left behind. This is your feelings. 10 of Swords is really intense. I didn't expect this from your reading. 9 of Swords, 10 of Swords. If you are the one with the inspiration, you feel very... It's like it hit you right in the heart that this person isn't like more interested in this, what you are dreaming of. And 3 of Swords is heartache. It's 3, 12. this hangman is 12, 1 plus 2, 3, 3. So it's like a painful pregnancy, painful birth. Probably ask them to be born again new into a new situation, and they feel like they don't want to do that, or it's scary, or it's too many variables. They lose control over the situation, and you just lose hope here really intensely. Okay, so this is your behaviors and attitudes. Chariot movement, you will go anyway. Either they follow with you or not. It's like you're flipping them off, basically. And this is their behaviors and attitudes. King of Swords, ambition. They can't help being this person that want things to be calculated. It's like they're a big part of their personality. And big part of your personality is to not bother too much and trust that if you stretch your wings like this, everything will be fine, at least eventually. Queen of Wands, it's passion. It's the person that actually follows their inspiration wherever it takes them. So you're a little bit in opposition here, but both of you are, maybe they are more scared of losing you than what you are, because maybe you have already wrapped your head around that they don't love you enough to follow you to the end of the world or into this new adventure. So for you, it has already started. You have already started the process. Maybe they are not the best partner in this, but for them, it's as if everything was nice and fine until you suddenly wanted this other thing that maybe you wasn't like negotiated in the beginning. Okay, clarifying the Ace of Swords, victory. This is the Empress. So Empress is very creative, and she can take blood, sweat and tears. She will always be victorious in the end, and this other person is not so sure. So it might be also that you feel that they don't trust you enough to follow you where you want to go. I'm hearing song. I'm hearing wherever you go, I follow, but I don't recognize the song. I don't recognize the melody. Okay, 9 of Swords. But if I find it, I will put it in the description box, and it will be like a mini tarot reading. Clarify the 9 of Swords, and it's the 7 of Cups. I think you were a little bit shocked with realizing how far away from each other you stood, that you thought that you both were on the same page, and here you realize that you aren't. Clarifying the Hangman, Magician. I think this person likes to be in control. If it would have been their idea, I think they would have been more into it. But since it's your idea, it's like they need to say no because they get nervous when they don't have control. Clarify the 5 of Pentacles, abandonment, strength. I don't care if you abandon me. I'm strong on my own. I think this is you saying that. Clarifying the 10 of Swords, your feelings, the world. So you're basically ready to walk away from this person and into like your new life, because it's as if you feel that if they don't follow, so to age with them, then at least you will go. Okay. Clarify 3 of Swords, 6 of Cups. So they want things back to the way they were before you came with this crazy ass idea. Okay. Clarifying the Chariot, Temperance. For you, it's about developing to the next stage, and you are ready. You want this. You don't want to be held back. You don't want to be putting on the brakes to wait for some unsecure person. This is Sagittarius. This is Aries energy, so very fiery. And the Chariot is kind of my way or the highway. So you feel like the dream is so important that you're ready to leave this other person behind. Clarifying the King of Swords. We have the Sun. So it seems like they could follow you. They just want, like, you need to let it go like a little time passing by, and then they will say, hey, I have such a great idea, maybe we should move to the countryside. That would be better for when we are raising children, for example. It would be awful, because it's almost like this person needs to call the shots, but they are not more secure than this. If someone else comes with an idea, they need to say no immediately. But if themselves have the idea, then it's no problem. But maybe that is also what's making you you're angry with this person. So you're angry with them maybe because you feel their limitations, the limitation to the personality, how they are being ruled by their own shadow, and it's irritating to you. Clarifying the Queen of Wands. And we have the Seven of Swords. So the Divine says or warns you. They want you to have more patience in this situation. Even if the person has a big fat shadow. Even if it's kind of their, like a mansplaining here. It's that kind of scenario going on. That it's only when they have the idea, then it's okay. If you have the idea, it's a stupid idea. But if they have the idea, it's a great idea. So that can be super annoying, of course. And but the Divine warns you that if you are getting too bitter in this situation and kind of don't have patience with them, it's not a nice look either. And they are calling you to be a little bit more gracious. You have both the Seven of Cups and the Seven of Swords, which is spiritual challenges. So it's spiritually challenging for you to not be trusted, and for people to not follow you. You don't want to be the one that needs to follow all the time or help out or be the sidekick. You want to be the main attraction here. But they are not letting you. And I'm not saying that you should be 100% okay with it, but I just see that the Divine warns you for getting too smug in this situation. Maybe you will benefit more from having more patience with this doofus. Okay. So, Starseed Oracle for you. Big picture thinking, Pilates energy, visionary, inspired ideas. So you have these inspired ideas, but you also asked to have big picture thinking, not only when it comes to your inspired idea, but also when it comes to this person. Like see things from a little bit of above perspective. You have the capacity to do so. Can you just take a moment, count to 10, take a deep breath, and have a little patience. Okay, this is for this other person. The Void, stop, embrace winter, great cosmic womb. It's like the limbo card, the hangman. This, what you're asking, is giving them a kick in their butt so that they end up in a very dark place. It's what you're doing or what you're asking of them is scaring them so much that they need to face their own shadow. And maybe that was the whole point with you being inspired in the first place, to kick this person in the butt so they would start to see the things that they are scared of and have to be faced with those things. And if you immediately lose patience with them, they are not going to learn the thing that they were supposed to learn from this situation. And so that's the main scenario I'm seeing here, that you are probably here to challenge them, but you become a little bit too hasty, too ready to throw them overboard, to kind of throw out the baby with the bathwater, to realize that the whole point is maybe to help this person to go outside their comfort zone, even if it means that they need to say, I have this great idea, we could do this, and they are acting like they have forgotten about your idea that you came with like 6 months prior. So I'm not saying that you should entertain their shadow, but maybe you can be following along with, yes, okay, why do you think it's a great idea, and what do you want to things to come out of this? And do you remember that I wanted the same thing 6 months ago, and then maybe the person said 6 months ago I wasn't ready. And so you don't have to, let them keep the bone. If the other dog wants the bone, and the bone in this case is to be the one calling the shots, it's okay to take it back, but do so a little bit graciously without having to kind of back, that the whole situation regress into something old and sticky, okay, by this becoming like two people butting heads about who was the one having the great idea to begin with. So I think have a little patience with the person that's so scared that they are becoming a little bit blind, both to maybe what they truly want and what would make them happy, but also to their own kind of, it's as if they are sitting a little bit on their high horses here and trying to be the one that's, you know, got the head in the relationship. Super irritating. But it's what it is. Every person is where they are on their personal growth ladder. And you are asked to have just a little patience with them as they are preparing themselves for tagging along with you towards your inspired dream. Okay, so I would urge you to watch the love reading for June to learn more about the situation or relationship. And please share my videos to let more people know about them. Also like the video to show YouTube that you want to continue seeing readings from me in your feed also in the future. And of course subscribe and hit the notification bell to be sure that you get noticed when I'm posting a new video. Thank you so much in advance also for watching this far. Take really good care. Until next time, stay awake, stay healthy, stay blessed, and bye for now.